When I joined first year, I was 17 years old, and I really didn't know like what was happening, what was going on in campus. And something that works to my disadvantage mostly was the fact that I was transferring from another university to join the university that I'm currently studying at. And so I was late. I found students already studying. So in my effort to try and catch up with the studies, I think one of my male lecturers somehow figured out that I needed a lot of learning materials and stuff like that. So this guy kept on calling me to pick assignments, to pick extra study materials, and this went on and on until to the point that he started asking for sexual favors, yeah, and I didn't know really what I could have done because myself I was so scared of. That particular guy he's a very harsh lecturer. Like when he comes to class, students are just like, damn, we keep quiet and we just chill because he's a very harsh guy. So I was thinking, if he's already like that in a normal environment, what would happen if I did not give in to demands of his sexual demands? And I felt like I was cornered. I didn't have a choice. Plus I didn't want to flunk my studies. I was already late. I was trying to use the period that I have to make sure that I could pass that particular unit. So I ended up giving in to his demands, and he used to ask me out of school for casual dates, mostly on Friday evenings. At some point when it got too serious, he asked me to go see him in another town, which is out of Nairobi, a few hours from Nairobi. And what caught my surprise is he wasn't requesting if I could go. He said I should be there. So I showed up because for me I didn't feel like I had a choice, and I was just a little bit scared of him. And so that happened, and I got back to school, and the next Monday, as usual, and things started to feel strange because I was so depressed. I was so depressed at that point. I'm trying to catch up on my 8 units, and there is a lecturer who's just teaching me whom I am having a sexual affair with, and things got quite complicated. And from that moment, the whole thing heightened. So the guy used to ask me to go to his office and, have some sexual practices with him, which I didn't know who to talk to. First year of school was so much wasted. Academically, I didn't do well, and I wasn't mentally okay. I was psychologically affected, and I can say I was physically violated by somebody who manipulated and took advantage of the fact that I was a minor. I joined the Campus Me Too campaign to raise awareness against sexual harassment in higher learning institutions.
38% and 33% of female and male students respectively think it is unlikely that their university will take a sexual harassment report seriously. It is now 11 months and 2 days since the report was handed over to the Ministry of Education, and we are sorry to say that as students from higher learning institutions, we have not received any feedback or report whatsoever from the Ministry of Education concerning the implementation of the mentioned demands in the petition. What happened to the petition is the question that we are asking today. And why is the Ministry of Education silent on this pertinent issue?
Every time I think about what these other people are going through, I'm like, yeah, I'm not alone. And I invite them to join this campaign so that we can raise awareness and push the Ministry of Education to give us a directive on the demands of our campaign so that they can be implemented by universities.